I just shoot wide because I need to see what's going on, make sure I don't get bit by a shark.
So tell us how that video shoot goes. When you go in with how do you shoot? How do you go in and say, okay, I got to shoot sharks? How did that video shoot go?
It's different for every situation. So like Hawaii, let's say pick Hawaii. They call me, and the next day I was in Hawaii. It's like the sharks are here. Okay, so I get all my gear together.
That's so cool.
So there's, you got to think about all your scuba diving gear. You got to think about all your camera gear. You got to think about if something goes wrong while you're in the water. So you got to make sure that you're protected. Like if you get bit, you got to be able to tie off whatever cut or whatever and get back on the boat.
Are you in a cage?
No. No.
You're in the cage shooting the video.
No cage.
Oh, no, you're just freestyling.
Just in the water with the sharks.
That's wild. I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you did that.
It's fine. I just started doing it last year.
Okay, well, what was the video that came out of that? What was the video you shoot? How many shots did you get down there with the sharks?
So I was there for about a week, and I probably would get like maybe 7 hours of video.
That's crazy. And then the video
that's in total. That's in total after everything is shot, and I shoot in like I just sometimes I just let it roll. Sometimes I shoot it only when I see the shark coming. It depends on how much battery life and card life I have.
So I know you guys probably have some questions. Malcolm,
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor, just because I keep seeing you moving? Can you just put it on mute while you're moving? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
Sorry
I'm sorry.
to put you on blast like that. I just keep seeing. Yeah. Okay. So I know, unless you guys have questions, so like pop up. Like I know some of you have questions about this shoot. So does anybody want to ask something to Rod about shooting videos like sharks? Manny, by the way. Manny got he's like Eagle 8 for Sky. What's it called? I keep saying the Sky
helicopters.
Sky helicopter. So he's shooting video for all the news stations, right? Or who anybody who wants video.
For Fox, ABC, and there's another channel. I forgot what it was.
Are you in Miami?
No, he's in Tampa.
Oh,
yeah,
So Paul said they're looking for a videographer for Sky helicopter, and I sent it out to the students, and a couple of students applied, and Manny applied, and he got the job. He's been working there for several months now.
Oh,
so
cool.
You're a professional, and he hasn't graduated from HEC yet, so he's working cool. already. So that's how you. Sorry, I'm always going to brag on you, Manny. So he's probably looking at your job next, Rod. He's looking. Yeah. He's come creeping up behind you now. So what is your question for Rod?
So. Since you're a photog, and I know that you say you get videos of sharks, like what are the precautions that you take? Like, because I know it could be kind of a dangerous job, because the difference between your job and mine, I'm up in the helicopter, or you're like, nearby in the ocean with the shark.
Yeah, well, I mean, just be calm. I have a safety diver with me too. So basically there's a person that's watching out for the sharks and make sure that they don't bite me. One did try to bite my camera, but I mean, you just push them off. You just grab them on the nose and guide them to another direction.
Even with the big whites?
I haven't shot great whites.
Oh, okay.
Just hammerheads, tiger shark, and these are all aggressive sharks. These are not like little reef sharks. These are 17 foot. 17 to 12 foot long sharks. So
what if I send you guys out on assignment?
That's not all I do. I mean, I do other stuff too. Like
tell us, what do you do with that 7 hours of video? What did that video turn into?
Well, it hasn't turned into anything yet. We're building. The reason why I went to gather the shark footage, because we're building a new shark gallery. And
in the aquarium?
Yes.
The video's like going to be in the background or something, or placed somewhere.
Well, it's going to be posted on the side of the building. We're building a huge monitor to display like shark, stuff like that, and it'll go inside. It's just promotional and just anything that we need shark footage for. Instead of buying it, we just go get it.
You have your own.
Yes.
So that's your job basically. So when you were at the Galapagos Islands, did you get penguins?
No, we were actually doing whale shark research.
Oh, whales. So you were looking for whales.
Whale sharks.
Oh, whale sharks.
Yeah, we they passed through there, and we were just there looking for, like we're trying to find out where they have their young, and so we have trackers on them, and we can tell everywhere that they go, and we go to different locations to see if that's where they have their young, because we have yet to find out where they have their young yet.
So this is just proof, you guys, like what kind of jobs you can get in this field. Fascinating jobs. I think that's the best thing about our field, and just being in videos, that you can be in so many walks. And if you can get a hookup like Rod, how many aquariums are out there? How many museums are out there? They're going to send their video people to places that are interesting, because they want that video. So does somebody else have a question for Rod?
I do.
Roya.
Hi, Rod. I have, it's a similar situation, but I'm using a GoPro to shoot videos, and my goal was to take a video of myself dancing, and the background moves, but the video is always, and then I ended up buying a GoPro. The question I have, is that a good option to shoot moving objects and in a place that we don't have a lot of control on the camera? Is GoPro something you suggest? Is any other camera that you prefer?
That mostly depends on your budget, and I tell everybody that when they ask me about video equipment. But your phone is a good tool. Like when I started, we didn't have stuff like that.
Yes.
There are so many tools that you can use to get your point across nowadays. You don't have to buy the $50,000 camera. You can buy a $100 camera or $600 camera, and you can still, depending on how you can manipulate the video in post, you can make it look like a big budget video.
Well, I bought a used GoPro Black, $199. Sorry, $179. So my mind doesn't even go around $1,200 worth of camera.
It's still a good camera. I've shot plenty of stuff with GoPro. Every time I shoot underwater, I shoot with a red camera, but on top of that, I have a GoPro.
And and then do you suggest the red over GoPro?
Well, red is a little different. The red
Red's
camera
gonna cost you like $40,000.
Yeah, my
Okay.
camera is like $50,000, and that's just the base of it. But but I use the GoPro just to, like I'll take a GoPro and I'll actually put it on a shark. Like I'll put it on the shark fin to get its point of view.
That's great. That's really interesting.
How do you put a GoPro on a shark? Tell us that. This is a very interesting broadcast mentor.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I never thought it. How do you put a GoPro on a shark? I don't even know.
Yeah. How did you get it back from the fellow?
What if he swims away?
Well, I'm
What if
following
he
the
swims
whole
away?
time.
He's gonna steal your GoPro.
No, I have like a thing I can just pull it off of him.
Oh, like a yo-yo, like snap it
Yeah,
back.
so yeah, I'm following him the whole time, and I could just pull it off of him. But it's just like a little clip. You just clip on his fin, and you can see what he sees when he's swimming.
So I'm gonna make that your next assignment. Not a shark, but like a dog or a cat. You need
Bet.
to camera.
I work in an animal hospital.
I did, and that's what my main question. Sorry, I still. What I tried, it's very similar concept, when you're in the water or you're taking that type of video, you can't adjust or do a lot of adjustments. I tried to take a video with GoPro on me in Walmart,
Hmm.
and I'm walking and I won the shopping cart.
Hmm.
The thing is, all my shot is like something like a semi-medium. I couldn't adjust it. Like, I don't know how to do
How to do wide,
medium,
medium,
wide,
and tight with
tight.
the GoPro. I don't,
Oh,
you have to move it with
there are actually settings on there that you can. It's called super wide, tight, and normal. So yeah, there you have to go into the menu and change the view of it.
And do you suggest, for example, um, regard separate from the technical thing, say
Mhm.
I'm walking in a really crowded place, or I'm running around the pool, should I stop, change the shooting, like make it tight, make it wide, and then continue, or should I just take wide shots and then adjust them when I'm home?
So for that situation, depending on what your output is, what your deliverable is, you can put it on wide. You can put it on super wide, and if your deliverables like either 720p or 1080, uh, you already have a natural crop in there because your file size is so big if you shoot 4K. And basically, you can manipulate the video. You can zoom all the way to 150% before you start losing quality of video. So you
But
remember that every
is it technically correct to take everything wide or super wide and then make smaller, like make tight shots from that?
it depends on the tool that you have to get the job done.
we're trying to teach you guys wide meet. We don't like Eric Holsizer, who's my assistant. You know, Rod worked with Eric also. He's not like, he wants everybody, because he's my veteran photographer on staff. Shoot it. Don't try to fix it in post production, because we're trying to get your skill, get you in the practice of doing wide, medium, and tight. So with your GoPro, like he's saying, all these settings, those are like shortcuts and like post-production things you can do. You guys need to pick up your camera and move around wide, medium, and tight.
Yes.
Yeah, the best zoom is your feet.
You hear that, everybody?
Yes.
The camera,
The best zoom is your
phone,
feet.
and move around. You guys don't
Yeah.
have, I have the same cameras as Channel 10, Rod, but we have the newer model of the Panasonic camera. So no, they're the Sony cameras that Channel 10 has, but we have a newer version. So they don't have the luxury of using those cameras now because we're in quarantine and the college's campus is closed. So can you give tips on, like, a lot of people are shooting their video on their phone. Like he keeps saying, like, you could have a red camera that's $50,000, or you could shoot really nice video. I'm sure Rod could fake it and do stuff on it and turn stuff in for the Georgia Aquarium on his phone if he had to,
Yeah,
because
I mean,
all in this risk and this technique, right? So what's your advice to our students now who have to shoot video on their phone for these projects that they're doing?
yeah, and for the GoPro, you actually can switch views really fast. Your GoPro connects to your phone, and
Yes.
you can control the GoPro through your phone. And so
That's
if
what
you
I did.
wanted
That's
to,
what my entire time I was on using my phone screen as my live view. Like I was seeing and I was trying to um take different shots. And then I had a lot of questions like, is it okay to take more wide shots or more medium shots?
well, the thing about videography is no one can tell you how to do what you like. So like I work for a lot of clients. I do like stuff for different media companies and stuff like that. I create a video, when I edit, I create a video that I like, and then I give it to them, and then they tell me what they like. Because most of the time they don't know what they like. But this is your view, your vision. If there is no one telling you that you should make it a certain way, then you need to make it the way that you know, like. And if that's using a lot of wide shots or using a lot of medium shots, it's art. It has no, it has a meaning to you. It may not mean the same thing to someone else, but this is your personal thing. So
Yes.
there is no set amount of shots that you need to get or whatever the case. It's just all about the passion you put into it
Yes.
and the way you feel about it when you see your final product. That's 100% of what it is.
Okay, does anybody else have a question? Sorry, Roya, we got to share the Zoom time.
I have a
Anybody
question.
else? Billy, who I call William all the time. He's an aspiring photographer. So Billy, what is your question for Rod?
So I know when you're shooting underwater video, I'm assuming you're shooting with like one of those camera rigs where you have, it's like kind of big so you can hold on to it and get really good shots. Am I right in that?
Yeah, I use I use the red underwater and I use a Gates housing. It's pretty big. It weighs about 90 pounds outside of the water, but in the water it weighs nothing.
Yeah. So you know, does that ever hinder you when you're moving with that, like getting those shots underwater?
No.
I'm just fascinated by this.
Not at
I
all. It's
love
just
underwater life, so this is
So
awesome.
when you
So I
shoot
think Rod needs to be
underwater,
your mentor.
when you
You
shoot
should be his
underwater,
intern. You should be his intern.
when you dive, you don't really use your hands. Your hands are pretty much just tools. But you normally you just use your feet and you kind of guide your body in whatever direction you're going. So your hands, you can pretty much just do anything you want with your hands. And so I mean it doesn't. I mean it takes some time to get used to, but you gotta look out for how much time you've been underwater, what angles and stuff you got and stuff like that. And most time when you do a dive, you'll do like 2 or 3 dives, and then you'll probably head back in and then do another set of dives. But I mean, it's not bad. If I let the camera go, it just sits there because I make sure that it is not positively buoyant or negatively buoyant. So it just sits there in the water. And so I'm really using no effort to get it around.
Can you tell us like a funny story when you were underwater, or like scary, or give us an experience, a specific experience? Because I think we're all just fascinated that I did not know this. I know you did underwater video, but I didn't know you did all those sharks. That's kind of all of those sharks.
I guess the Philippines, we were on this system called rebreathers, and it allows you to stay underwater longer. It kind of scrubs the air that you breathe and allows you to be underwater longer. And mine started acting up. So like when I dive, like in like places like that, I have like at least 5 or 6 tanks attached to me. And so, you have to this is probably a dangerous story, actually. It's not a funny story because I probably could have died if I would
Okay,
have.
just some experience.
But I mean, I don't know if there's a funny story. It's just we act stupid underwater sometimes.
It doesn't have to be funny. It can be like what happened, like an experience. Like how did the sharks react to you when you were shooting video?
Well, most of the time they're being fed. They're being fed like fish and stuff like that. So they're not really concerned about they'll want to bump into me, but
how do you find, you just put they know where the sharks are and then you just put the food out and they come out because it's not.
Yeah. So I get
public information officer to show up in any part of it.
Well, no. So basically there's companies that do this, and you just have to get in touch with them during that season because each shark has a season of where they're in locations. Like right now they're the tiger sharks are in South Carolina. December the hammerhead sharks were in Bimini. So it just depends. Because they don't have a home, they just swim. They just go to where the water's warm.
Which ones are the nicest you experience shooting video? Who are the most photogenic that are on camera?
Well, the prettiest ones are the hammerhead. They look scary, but they're not. It's just they're
which one?
beautiful. Hammerheads.
Okay.
Oh, I love hammerheads.
I don't have any photos and stuff. Maybe I'll send us like some videos and stuff.
Yeah, we should
but,
have
I
pulled
mean,
up some video. Can we share? I guess I can't share your screen.
yeah, I mean, I'll send you. What I'll do is I'll put some stuff in a Dropbox, and then you can just take a look at it.
Okay, and I'll send it to all of you guys so you can
Yeah.
see that he's really legit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Is
and, you
there
know,
another question out there?
I actually have 2 questions, if I might, like 2 quick ones. And then like also like I guess like a statement.
Okay.
I think it's really interesting that you're filming underwater with like these professional rigs. And if I may, do with a quick little side addendum here for myself, because I got to toot my own horn. I filmed underwater like one time very quickly. I was working on a music video with like a classmate of mine, and he said, "Oh, we can shoot underwater really quickly." And I assumed like he had like a nice underwater camera, like a GoPro or something. Like, oh, it's like something with like a seal on it or whatever. We show up to the shoot, and he's got a fish tank that he's taking cockles, like a caulking gun, and he's like taking a plank of like wood, and he put the camera in it, and he sealed the thing, and he ratchet clanked it shut. He's like, "Okay, let's put this in the water." I'm like, no. So like really funny. But my real question is, and I thought you might get a kick out of that, like, you know, you're the professional, and I'm showing up with like duct tape around the camera, like, yeah, let's just make this waterproof.
Whatever you gotta do to get the job done, man.
It worked. I was shocked. It worked.
I've had to tape my camera up in order to use it. So
it was a little too buoyant because there was like water in a giant cube, so we had to take like weights, and we had to like ratchet to the bottom so it would go. Anyway, my first question is, what is the most like appealing or like a really good trait or like piece of knowledge to have to get your foot in the door for like jobs and experience? Like if you say to someone like, "Hey, I really know this, you know, pretty well," or like, "Oh, I'm educated in this thing," like an editing software or like a camera technique or like a type of camera, they're like, "Oh, that's great. Like that's a good particular trait, aspect, parameter to have for just the overall climate of like video production and editing and stuff." Like what's one of the more appealing traits to have, like bring to the table?
well, you can know everything under the sun, but if your reel doesn't reflect it, then no one's going to look at it, or no one's going to pay attention to it. So the important thing is to wow them in the first 14 seconds of your demo reel, and at that point you've got them. It doesn't matter what you have on that piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
That's why I keep telling you guys resume reel. And somebody's asking me like, what's a resume reel? I said, your resume reel is like your resume on paper, but it's on video. And that's with your generation, it's so easy. Like when we just determined Rod is 7 years younger than me, but still Rod and I, when we were your age and we were trying to get jobs, we had to take our packages from school or whatnot, our internships that we produce, and put them on VHS tapes and mail it out to everybody.
Yep.
Your generation, yeah, that sounds so crazy.
What's a VHS?
Yeah, you guys know what a VHS tape is? Like that.
Yes.
A tape? Am I saying that right?
We had to mail VHS tapes. We had to transfer it onto a VHS tape, and I would go to the post office, and Rod would probably too, with a VHS tape and mail them out. Like weigh that and put the $1.50 postage back then. That's also dating me. And then mail it out. But you guys, for your resume reel, what is a resume reel? Like Rod says, it all reflects on your resume reel. That's why I keep saying, take your video. You advanced students, I said, you have to have 2 videos that are worthy of your resume reel. Because after school, you guys are pretty much done. I mean, you have to start getting a job. A resume reel has your name, like a nameplate on it, your name, your email, your phone number, where they can find you, and then a montage of your best videos, and like maybe 3 or 4 video projects full that you guys shot. It's basically like another word for sizzle reel. Okay, you guys know what a sizzle reel is? It's just showing off your best stuff. Right now, your stuff is from work, or from school. You know, the video projects we're doing. So,
are those mutually exclusive? Can my sizzle reel and my highlight reel kind of overlap a bit? Or?
yeah, I mean, it's whatever your video work is. But for most of you guys that are just doing the video work that we've been doing in school. But I mean, if you have stuff, Brody went to USF. If you have your project, if you're proud of your USF stuff, I mean, I know what a reporter sizzle reel looks like, demo reel. What is a good, because I'm sure that you looked, Rod, at some resume reels. For an entry level resume reel, how should these guys format that? What should be the first thing that's on there? Can you
Just
tell?
put your best stuff first, like your best stuff that you want people to see. Put it first. Like me, I do a lot of stuff. I do graphic animations. I do 3D animations. I do video. I edit video. I pretty much do every aspect of video production that you could think of. So I'm a little different. So I have all that stuff on there. I shoot drone footage. Depending on what your reel is. So if I want to get a bunch of clients that, that need some aerial stuff, I'm gonna have all my aerial stuff first. Whatever job it is you're trying to get,
You
that's
tailor
what you
to the
should have
job
it
you're
for.
applying to.
Yeah, you got to have that in the beginning of it.
So and also one thing that I did not clarify, because I said you're not going to send your resume reel on a VHS tape like me.
No, don't do that. You won't get a
You guys,
response.
what I was going to say, I didn't even finish my sentence with that. You guys are going to put together your reel and you're going to have it like on Final Cut Pro, and then you're going to put it on a Brody.com website, and then you copy and paste your link and you send it to employers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what this generation, that's your resume reel. Rod and I had VHS tapes when we were your age. You guys create your own website on Wix or daddy.com or whatever that Daddy-O, what is it, Daddy?
GoDaddy, I believe.
Daddy-O. All those, they have free, most of you guys have websites already. Or can it be a YouTube channel, or is it best, Rod, to have a website?
You can put it on YouTube, you can put it on Vimeo, whatever tool you need to use to get your video out there, use it. I mean, don't be afraid to use it. No one's gonna be like, I can't be using YouTube. Everybody uses YouTube. So I mean, you just did what everybody else does.
Load it on. But it should be like your name, your contact, your email, your phone number, your LinkedIn. And then you should maybe show let's just say entry level videographer. Like they're just trying to get a job at a production company. So what would you put on there? Like 3 packages off the top, or a montage of different videos?
Basically, I mean, like I said, I look at a lot of internships and most of my employees, I train myself, and I train them to do exactly what I do. And they all started off as interns, and I just kept the strongest ones, and I look for their shooting style, their sequence, their ability to create sequences, and just their overall passion for what they're doing. And same thing could happen to you. I mean, you could apply for an internship, and they keep you on. And then some interns, I tell, even though that I create like a family out of my employees and interns. I do everything for them. I buy them cakes on their birthday. I take them out to lunch. I'm just there for them 100% all the time. And sometimes I see that they need more than what I can give them. And so I'll start looking for a job for them. Like I had an intern named Maggie. I saw that she wanted to do more. She wanted to be a field producer. I couldn't give her that. So I found her a job at one of the companies that I use to do some of my video production. And I told them that, hey, you need to hire her. She's amazing. And she works there now.
So I see the eyes going like this. How do these students become an intern for you? I guess they have to move to Atlanta.
You don't have to know how to dive. You don't have to know how to do any of that stuff. You just know how to shoot video and edit video, and be willing to learn. That's pretty much it. Like you gotta be you can't be afraid of doing graphics. Like when I started doing graphics, it was just a blank application, and I'm like, I have no idea how to make this work, but I figured it out. And I allowed myself to learn. Like, you never stop learning, like, ever. I still learn how. I'm working on a new method of shooting that I saw from this guy at YouTube. His stuff looks absolutely amazing, and so I've been working on that, doing that. You know, just, you know, graphics. If I don't know how to do something, I'll research. I'll figure out how to do it, how they did it, so I can make it look like they did. Or, and it, don't be afraid to just copy somebody's work and just to learn from. I mean, I'm not saying copy it and then put it out as your own. I'm saying just to learn from, and that way you'll have that skill.
Any other questions? Is there another question out there? Brody, Brody, did we finish the question?
I don't want to take up all the time. I just had this really quick one, and then I'll be done. What is the ideal first move, like for people like us? We're like, you know, college, and we're leaving college, or like we're just stepping out into like the work world. Like, is there an ideal place to move to, or an ideal like genre of like work? Like the news station, or like stuff like that, like that are ideal to start moving towards, or like begin with? Like, what's the first, like, in your opinion, like the ideal first step to take, or to get these internships facilitated, like to start the ball rolling, to even, you know, get the credentials that, you know, get people recommending you for better jobs and things like that?
Yeah, you can get, you know, first of all, no one knows the people that's recommending you except you. So just it's again, this one's based on you. I picked my jobs based on where I want to live. I want to live in Tampa. 2 weeks later, I was living in Tampa. But, you know, I had acquired enough skill to be able to do that. You know, it's mostly based on you. I want to move to Miami. I moved to Miami. Like, I literally went to Miami as a vacation, as you know, vacationing in Miami. Went to a TV station and left with a job.
You have to have moxie. You have to just go for it.
So basically, I mean, I had no plans of moving there at that time, but I had just talked to the guy. I just talked to the chief photographer, showed him my reel. He offered me a job right there on the spot. And I was just like, okay, this never happens.
Can you speak to them more about that? Because I think a lot of them are like, well, you can do that. Like, you look confident, but you were a student just like them.
I'm still a student.
Yeah, we'll talk to them about that. Like, no fear. Like, you got to go in to seize your opportunity.
Well, fear is actually good. If you go in too confident, you probably won't get it. They need to see a little bit of fear. If you go in there too confident, they'd be like, oh, he's cocky. You don't need him. But be humble, be willing to learn, and be willing to fail. Failure only makes you stronger and better.
I'm writing this down.
Don't be afraid of it. Everything's not going to be perfect your first job. You may not even like your first job. But I mean, most of the time, your first job is just to get you something that you can show other people that you can, you know how to do stuff. And even internships. I don't know if you guys have done any internships, but you need to do internships, because with that internship, shooting video, you can put a reel together. You can put something together. You can create a style. You can copy a style. You know, in most cases right now, you don't even need no one knows that, you know, like, okay, you did this for a company or whatever. You can literally go in your kitchen. I shot a video about me making tea that blew people's mind away. And it was just me being bored, and I shot video of me making tea. That's it. That's the whole story. And you don't really need, you know, some fantastic storyline to create something. Just everyday stuff. Just everyday stuff. Whatever you see that you feel that you can create something for it. I'm looking for a video now to just show you some just everyday stuff, like a person making a salad or whatever the case may be. You know, just find it and look for it. Just search the internet for different ways that people do stuff, adapt to it, and then show other people you can do it. And then you'll have a job.
So he's saying that you guys need to keep producing video. You don't need like me to assign you. I'm telling you, like, I'm assigning you just so you guys get out and do it. But you can just go in your kitchen, and Brody like needs a resume. He needs more stuff for his reel. He doesn't like the assignments that he did. You can take the skills that we taught you, that Eric taught you, that these broadcast mentors taught you, and do the wide, medium, and tight. Make it really nice. Nobody has to assign it to you. You're doing it to build your resume reel on your own. Then you have to have the moxie like Rod did and just cold call people. Look, you guys have the, you know, when I was your age, I had to make phone calls. I had to look in the newspaper. For TV jobs, you look in the newspaper, TV. We didn't have the World Wide Web, the internet, where you could just pull up anything. Florida Aquarium, do they have a video department? Oh, wow, there's an email. Hey, do you guys have any use for, you know, I'm trained in video. I got my training at HCC. I've been doing some freelance video on the side. The freelance video can just be you doing those videos in your kitchen and practicing wide, medium, and tight. Say, I would like to apply for a video job. You know, radio stations need people to shoot video. DJs, and there's these promo things that they go out to. There's so many cool jobs. And you could get a job if you shoot the heck out of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and make it look interesting. And they will look at your wide, medium, and tight, and they will look at like, wow, they made that peanut butter jelly sandwich video look so interesting. Now I'm hungry for the sandwich, and this kid has potential. Let me call him. He's moldable. At your age, they want entry-level people who are moldable, right, Rod? Being moldable is everything. You don't have to be the best photographer, but you have to have the instinct and be moldable. Like Zeke, let's say Zeke. Okay, Zeke shoots a lot of video. It may not be perfect, but he's moldable. He gets wide, medium, and tight. He's looking, Malcolm gets good sound bites with people. The employers, because they'll be like, okay, Malcolm and Zeke, I can hire them cheap and I can mold them. Right, Rod? Am I saying the right thing? Is that, because when you look for people, you're on mute, by the way. You're on mute. Unmute.
All my employees are former interns.
Yeah, so internships, same thing. You can go to any company and see if they have a video. Is there a video component to their attorney's office? Is there a video component to, I don't know, the hot dog place? You know, everybody needs video. Is there video at the hospital? Not just news stations and production companies, Brody. You could be like looking at for every local video production company and just send your YouTube link with your sizzle reel and say, hey, do you have a position for me? And out of the 50 that you send out your link, it's so easy for you guys. You don't have to mail it. You can just email it, the link. You know, you don't have to go to the post office. That's the beauty of your generation. And then you're going to get a couple bites. Or somebody that says, okay, I'm not looking for somebody now, but I have some, like what Rod says, you know, there's a freelance job, or he knows another friend, a friend of a friend that's looking for somebody to work in their production. So you guys have so much potential that you, and I'm talking too much again because I can't stop talking. This is Rod's Zoom. So Rod, what do you have to say about that? I can't stop talking. I can't stop teaching. Unmute, Rod.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you want is mostly based on what you're willing to do to get it, and how much how much of yourself and your passion you're willing to put out there to get it.
Is there another question out there? Because I'm gonna share a video. I'm gonna put somebody in this Zoom. I'm gonna put on blast, and we're gonna show the video, and Rod's gonna critique it.
I have a question. I have one little
I wish I could see, but I got
question.
tired into work.
Okay, what man? Oh, Manny has to go to the helicopter. You don't need
Yeah,
tips for Manny when he's up in the helicopter, because Rod was in the helicopter too.
Yes, please. Any tips?
Any tips? He goes up and shoots for the day.
So I used to do helicopter too, but when I first started, it was a little bit harder. You had to put a chain around you, and the camera, and you step out on the ledge.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, we have a drone, but I thought we had to do that first as well.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
prepared to do that.
fortunately, I graduated to Eagle 8, so I was able to shoot some stuff out of there. I mean, I don't have it pushed like Paul, where he shoots out of there all the time.
So what kind of shots? What advice do you have to give him as he's going to go shoot from the helicopter now? Really quick.
Play video games.
No.
Yeah, that sounds like
No, it helps.
That sounds like my job is.
It helps you.
It's seriously like that.
It helps
It's like playing a
you
video game.
control the gyro cam better if
Yeah.
you're good at video games.
Oh yeah. I play a lot of video
I've been training my whole life.
games. That sounds like it's like playing a video game. That's not what my job is.
What have you been shooting lately? What have you been shooting, Danny? What did you shoot yesterday or the day before?
We didn't fly this week so far, but like this past month we've been getting protesters.
Yeah,
We've been going from St. Pete to Tampa to Brooksville, the courthouse, and Lakeland.
So he's basically competing against Paul, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Your
news
video is
service,
competing
yeah.
with my husband's video. That's wild.
Yes.
You guys can do this. He's still a student. Okay, Manny, be safe up there, okay?
All right, no problem.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen, and I have a video I want to, can you guys see the screen? Is it sharing?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna watch this video. This was an assignment, a video assignment. I think this was this is a photo essay. This was the student's first photo essay. You guys are like, which one, who is it gonna be? And let's watch it, and don't say, you should be happy if I pick your video, and anytime we show your video, you guys should be taking in the critique, okay? This is like free critique. Now, why can't I want it, where's the search button? Okay, here. Okay, this is, I'm going to look for, she's gonna go, no! Okay, I'm gonna pick Rebecca. Rebecca, are you okay? Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Okay. You should embrace, anytime you get a critique, especially from our broadcast mentor, you should embrace it. And everybody else should listen in and soak in whatever Rod says in the critique, because he is obviously the master video journalist, photojournalist. So I was impressed by this video that Rebecca shot because it was her very first photo essay. She just started this class on May 18th. This is your very first video class, right?
Yeah, like I took some in high school, but for like actual filmmaking.
She actually went out and I said, go shoot a photo essay. Like I was thinking COVID-19, they're gonna do stuff around their house. But she went out and got like this video. Here. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, so Rod, I want you to critique this.
There was a police brutality against this gentleman called George Floyd, and it's not the first time it's happened, but it definitely did spark what I believe is the beginning of like a really big revolution.
People are dying. People are being targeted by police, not because of what they've done, but what they look like. Because coronavirus, everyone is at home, so a lot more people saw this video.
All the protests that's happening, I think it's really, really great. They're like large groups going into the busiest streets of their city and just protesting and causing a pause for people to see and get them heard and stuff like that. The looting, I do not really support. In relation to the message trying to get passed, I feel like that's a big, big flaw, and like it defeats the purpose of what's happening out there. There was a Champs here in our community burned down, and those services are for our own community.
I understand there's protesters doing looting, but it's not just them. Some people saw the looting happen the first time around and decided to join in and make the whole protest look bad. But because of the riots, we're pointing everyone out, and things are happening. Our people are starting to get behind Black Lives Matter because they see the injustice in that. the people who are supposed to protect and serve didn't protect him. They killed him.
It needs to be thought of. Something needs to be presented in order for us to get past this. I mean, obviously, it's not going to come down overnight, but at least we have an idea of when to get started.
Thank you, young people. Thank you, young people, for standing out, having the courage to do what's right.
Okay.
We didn't have anything to build this beautiful country.
So Rebecca.
That was pretty good. That was really good. Actually.
Yeah, she just went out there. I thought she was going to do like COVID-19 at her house or something, but I said, oh my gosh, she went out there. So let's talk about the good things first before we go into the critique. And remember, a critique is, you should be saying, oh wow, I'm getting my money's worth out of this class. I already gave her a critique, so she knows how I feel about the piece. But first, Rod, tell us what worked in this piece for you as a professional photojournalist.
I mean, just the interviews and the, you know, showing, you know, the protesting and the results of rioting and all the combination of video and sound, it all worked together. It told the story. It told the story exactly the way it should have been told. I didn't really see a lot wrong with it. I mean, the only thing that stood out was the interviews in front of the wall.
I told her that.
that was pretty much it. I mean, most of it, you were on point with a lot of things there, and I see like the potential of you know, I see growth, and I see you doing this, and then you're doing something better the next time, you know, and it just keeps getting better and better. But I mean, this is like the stuff that we used to shoot on the weekends. You know, sometimes we didn't have a reporter, and we did, you know, our own stories. You know, just the photographers, you know, we told the entire story, and this is exactly what this was.
And usually we have the big cameras, but she shot this all on her phone.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. Any tool that you know, you can use, like if you don't have a zoom that you like on your phone, just walk up to it and get the same shot at a different angle, just closer, you know? So, I mean, yeah, it was really good.
Now, what about, can you explain more about like what would have been a more interesting shot for those people that she interviewed for her sound bites? Where could she have interviewed them instead?
Just something with depth of field. So basically, it was just flat behind you. And so what you do is when you shoot someone against a flat wall, it takes away from what they're saying. And you're looking at the wall, like, why is she in front of this wall? You're looking for something that's on the wall that can explain why she's in front of it. Because most of the time when you do an interview, you want to have something in the background that's kind of related to whatever your subject is. And, you know, and sometimes people won't hear what you're saying if your background is wrong.
Yeah. It almost like was exciting video, and then when you heard the exciting word, it got like a stale background. Like even if it's just like, it doesn't have to be like they're protesting behind her, but it could just be like her in front of the police tape or her in front of you don't even have to see the police tape, just cars, so it matches the action that's in your other video, so it doesn't go from exciting to bland. You know, that's what I think. That's what I was trying to say in the email critique.
And you could have turned around anywhere and did an interview. I mean, you know, just like, hey, step outside so I can see something with depth of field. So basically, you want to see something behind you. You know, you want to, you know, it just distracts from the story.
Do you have any questions, Rebecca, for Rod about how you covered that? Because I know you just kind of went rogue out there.
Well, for this video, it was like going back and filming outside, so I was kind of rusty. But thank you for your critique. And I think more of my questions were like the internships type of thing, because I don't really have like much experience on that, or like creating a reel, like videos to put in that reel.
This right here. You put little clippets from this.
This should be on your reel.
Okay.
You put little clippets from this as your show reel and other stuff that you shoot. I put a link in the chat. And it's just this guy that I'm actually, you know, you know, and he's a young guy. I mean, he's way younger than I am, but his video style is extremely impressive.
Wait, can you put a link from what is this somebody else's work that you're sending that you put the
Yeah,
link?
it's basically it's in the chat.
Do you have a link to your shark video? Any shark video or a clip of that you can put in?
No, I don't. It's all on Dropbox and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's I have to separate it because I just don't have anything right
It's
now.
all raw video.
Actually, let me see if I have any pictures of sharks or something that I shot.
Or you out there with the sharks. So if I click on this YouTube link, it's going to be what, an example of?
Of somebody else. Somebody else's.
Resume reel?
It's not a resume. It's just his shooting style. He's creating.
Okay.
He has this unique shooting style. So, you know, it's just something to look at and kind of learn from.
Okay. I'm pulling up. Am I sharing a screen with you guys or no?
No.
Let me get back here.
I mean, you know, like sometimes you get to do things that, you know, only a few people in the world have ever done.
Sorry. Wait, is it sharing now?
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. Why isn't it? Oh, here's share.
Absolutely. That's the bottom line. At this moment in time, you need to know how to sell your work online. And that's the question they have to ask themselves. Artists, craftsmen,
Oh my
specialty
God, I'm
sculptors,
sorry.
designers. If your business
Now I can't get to the screen. We can hear it, but you can see it, right?
No, you can't see it.
All right, guys. First and foremost, thank you to @GemSkates for being the behind-the-scenes filmer.
Wait,
This is going to be a little bit different.
I'm
This is
sorry.
something
Hold on.
that has been requested a lot. People always say they want to see what it actually looks like when I'm filming.
But I sent them a link so they can watch it. They can
I'm
watch
trying
it
to stop
whenever.
this video.
And that's why you need a mentor, a
great
guide,
movement
someone
with your
just
shots.
like you
This
who's
video is actually
already
inspired by
succeeding
James
online
Matthews, who
and
recently
teaching it
put
to
out a
others.
behind-the-scenes
Someone
vlog of
who
how
will
he
show
shoots
you the
a
step-by-step
cooking sort of
clear
sequence.
path
I thought it would be
to
fun to try and
follow to a
replicate and
sustainable
emulate.
Yeah, maybe too choppy.
You muted yourself.
Hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we hear you
Okay,
now.
sorry about that. I'm going to send that link to everybody. I don't know what was up with that. I haven't mastered. I tried to just click it from here. Okay, so Rod, what were you saying now? I'm sorry. Before you were so rudely interrupted about the resume reel.
Yeah, just basically,
And internships.
yeah, just apply for internships. I mean, just do it. You know, you apply for 1,000 of them, you'll get one phone call back. But you know, it may, like I said, it may not be the one that you want to do, but you know.
Does anybody here want to have their video critique before I just go pick somebody's? While we have Rod here. Okay.
You can do mine if you want.
Okay, Billy, which one do you want me to critique? Or have?
Probably the photo essay, because the PSA was just a more serious thing.
That's not the same one we watched with Paul, right?
No, that is the
Okay.
photo essay is the one we watched with Paul.
Okay, let's see. You sent me a PSA. Okay, let's see. Wait, this is. Am I sharing this?
Oh, not my PSA, because that one wasn't. You know, I didn't do any B-roll for that because it was more
Am I sharing
serious topic.
the screen with you guys?
Oh boy.
You don't see the screen?
No, we do.
Okay.
I sent a few photos of some sharks I got in Bimini
Okay.
that I had on my computer.
I'll definitely pull that up. Can you see the COVID-19?
Yes.
The Hawk TV?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got so many screens up, I don't know which one's sharing now. Okay, why is this doing this? I was getting good at this and now it's like not. Okay, here we go. Videos. Enter. Okay. Let's see. I got all my high schoolers on here too. So that's the PSA.
The PSA doesn't have anything to really critique.
It's
It's
just you
just me
talking.
talking.
Okay, I think yours is over here. Oh my gosh, we got so much video on here now. Here, let me do this. Oh, yeah.
It's right there at the bottom.
Oh. Here it is. Okay. Okay, you ready? You guys can see it? Okay, Rod, so here's another one for you to critique.
Okay.
And everybody else should be listening to the critique also, because you can pick up tips on what to do, what works and what doesn't work.
So during the quarantine, I've found a lot more time to get some projects done around the house and get some more exercise. I made it a point not to stay sitting watching TV, so I've actually gotten out on my bike. So I just recently got this trailer because my Ginger here, she's 12, so she has some health issues. And she can't walk a very long way, so rather than leave her by herself when I go for bike rides, she can come along with me. So Ginger, let's show them how we load up. Here we go. I know this is still new to her, so she's a little nervous. It's okay, baby. There you go. Good girl. Yeah. And then I have a safety strap. It goes on her collar, so she can't jump out. And then I just zip her in. And she's ready to ride. She's happy. She stays in there. So we usually ride in the nearby parks and trails. There's a lot of good sidewalks that are no traffic zones. So we want to be safe. If she's not going with me, then I usually go with my sister. And we just take a ride off, you know, a couple miles or whatever, and see the scenery. So one of the projects I've gotten done during this quarantine is I got some papers laid out for like a little patio area, and then I installed a shed to keep my bikes and outdoor things, outdoor gear in there. So we had to do that over a weekend, assemble the whole shed together. So that was a nice project, which was very fulfilling. So, but I'm happy about that. That gives me a place to keep my stuff. So I'm an essential employee, so I haven't been quarantined fully at home. My employer has split us into two teams, so part of us are working.
I don't know why it's not. Keep going. Is that my internet?
At the workplace, and the other part is working at home. So I do both. So I go to work for a few days, and then at home, I'm at home for a couple of days. So it gives me time to, you know, sit here and be comfortable and have my pets with me while I work, and just set up my computer somewhere comfy and get some things done. I usually, for homework, I do, or I should say for work at home, actually, I do a lot of more training videos, professional development type things. So, you know, learning things to progress our skills on the job.
I feel like this quarantine has been challenging for a lot of people, but I feel like I've done pretty well using my time to make improvements to myself and my surroundings, and I hope that I've laid the groundwork to continue making improvements into the future.
Okay. Yay! So what worked? What worked with that? Stop share.
Get some projects done around the house.
Oh, here we go again.
Get some more exercise.
Let me just turn this off.
Not to stay sitting watching
Oh
TV.
wow,
So,
this is.
I actually got out on my bike.
Here we go again, guys.
So I just recently found this trailer because
Oh my God.
my ginger here, she's
I
12.
we have to listen to it again.
And she can't walk a very long way, so rather than leave her by herself when I go for bike rides, she can come along with me. So here, let's show them how we load up.
Okay, that's off. Stop share. Okay, we're back. Okay, so Rod, what? Okay, so Billy, he's the one that's fascinated by sharks and underwater. Billy Conway, what worked for you in that video?
I mean, she just told the story. She just told the story the way it was. I mean, it was, you know, I felt like it was the way that she wanted it to be. And I mean, she probably would have did a few things different. I don't know what that is. That's, I mean, that's, you know, her vision, her way. But I think she did a great job of telling the story. You know, it was, you know, it was good. It was actually pretty good.
What would you change to zhuzh it up a little bit?
I don't know, actually. I don't know what I would do to change it, or if I would change it, because it had a certain feel to it, a certain, you know, comfort to it. It felt like she was bringing you in, and I don't know if there's a lot of stuff I would change about it. I mean, you know.
The wide, medium, and tight, you think was enough? And
yeah, I mean, I don't know if that see, that works in some levels, and some levels it don't. I tell people to do it all the time because that's the way I shoot. But in some situations, it may not be justified. You know, you can sometimes you can tell a story without it. Maybe the visuals are so powerful enough that, you know, you don't even know that it's, you know, that most of the wide, medium, tight is to get you out of a jam. It helps you tell the story better, but it is mostly to get you out of a tight situation where you'll go back to back with a shot that's exactly the same. But I mean, but I think, you know, it just depends on what style you're using or whatever. No one can say it's wrong in your head, you know, as long as you like it and that's what comes across. But yeah, I think she did a great job in telling the story. I mean, she obviously she zoomed with her feet, and mostly she just got in there and just told the story. So like I said, I don't know if there's a lot of stuff I would change about it.
Okay, any questions, Billy?
No, not really.
Okay.
Is there a way that I can share a video, play a video?
Yeah, I was trying to. Do you see share screen on your end?
What
if I think if I make you the host?
No, I actually have the ability to share screen, so it should be like right in the center, like when you put your mouse on the Zoom call.
Rod, do you
Kinda
see on
like,
the bottom where it says share screen?
No, I see recording.
Next to recording should be share screen. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see.
Enhance options. Let's see.
I'm gonna make you a host. So maybe you can. Yes, now making you a host, so you should be able to. You see anything on the bottom that says share screen?
Security chat share screen. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna show some shark stuff?
Yeah.
Let's see one of your videos, anything, like some of your work. Can you show that, any of your work? I should have told you to do that. I should have like copied and pasted.
I have to go through all the system preferences.
Is it working?
I have to change some settings on my computer.
Okay. Do you want me to see if I can, wait, did you send me some pictures also, you said?
I sent pictures of
Oh, here.
some of the sharks and stuff.
See if this opens. Are you ready to go, or can I show something?
You can go ahead and show something.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Is this what you wanted to show?
Yeah, that's in Bimini.
So you took that picture?
Mm-hmm.
So you're that glowed, you go all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, that's only about 30 feet of water.
Where is Bimini? I don't even. The
Bimini
Bahamas?
is yeah, it's the Bahamas. It's the first island from it's like 90 miles from Fort Lauderdale.
So you're shooting video of these guys. You guys can see can you guys see the shark?
Yes.
This is the nicest shark, you said?
Yeah, this is the one. I mean, I like him. I don't know if he's nice and outside of what we were doing, but he didn't bite me, so that was always a plus.
What is all this in the background?
Oh, it's just stuff that's on the bottom floor.
It looks like a city back there or something, like a
It's
sky.
like little dead corals
Atlantis.
and all kind of stuff. Just little seagrass and all that stuff.
That's an amazing video. Like, I can't believe you're that close to them and shooting video of them. I should have had you, but I put you on the spot to shoot a little video of some of the shark video together so they can see some of your work. But that's cool. Okay, are you ready to share something?
I mean, I'm on a Mac, so it's telling me I need to grant access, and when I try to grant access, there's nothing there to. Let's see. Let's do this.
Hold tight, guys. My mail just came. You hear that? Like the mail drop? Yeah. Did you guys all hear that? It's like so loud. Okay, let me get to my, okay, we're both like, you guys are all like, okay, what are these guys doing? Okay, I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna put another student on blast here.
Okay.
This is gonna be a PSA, because their other assignment was to shoot a public service announcement. So, let's see, this one is going to be video. What is this different? Crickets. Anything else you can tell them? Does somebody have a question for Rod?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Does anybody have a question for Rod?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
So, like you said, you filmed like 7 hours, right, of footage?
Yeah, I mean it's like 7 within a whole week.
Oh, so like, how much of that do you actually end up using in the end?
Not 7. Probably like few seconds. Like 30 seconds to. It just depends on what it's needed for. I guess you guys are seeing my.
Yeah, I thought that was me. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? I was trying to click on that. Okay, so what else? Any other questions? Oh, Jose, did you have another question, or did he answer your question?
like how much time do you spend editing all of that in the end?
Oh my God. Oh, a lot. I can't even begin to imagine. Sometimes it takes me several days to go through everything. But here's something that I put together. It's just like a quick demo of some of the stuff that we shot. It may be just Hawaii. It may be some of the other trips. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But can you see it? It's like a shark on the screen.
So this is video you actually shot in
Yeah.
Hawaii. Wow, okay. That's
here we
really
go.
close, Rod. God, they look mean. So what do you guys think of that? That kind of
That was awesome.
Any questions about that project?
I'll show this one more thing.
Okay, this is good. Good. We want to see your work.
Actually, it's not on this computer. On the computer downstairs.
What's that Piranha folder? You shot Piranha video?
Oh no, I create graphics.
Oh, okay.
So this is just
Look at all that video he has.
most of that stuff is purchased for little projects and stuff that I've done.
So if somebody just asked you to shoot, what is your here's how you guys can make money in this field. If somebody just asked you freelance to shoot video, you know, like something, how much would you? What's your base price just to go out and shoot some video of like an event that they're having?
My price is like 600 every for half day, and 1,200 for a whole day, and then editing it's like 100 and something an hour. I can't remember.
So it's that, but when it all is said and done, it's like thousands of dollars per project.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm updating all the graphics and stuff inside of the aquarium, and so this is the Piranha stuff.
And that video would go on like one of the monitors, like maybe in like front of a tank or something, or like on a display, right?
Yeah, it's on a display right next to the Piranha.
So you guys have to think of all these places that would have video, and then you can just Google them and then find out who the manager is at that video department. Say, do you guys have a video department? I'd like to, you know, be an intern or, you know, entry-level position. Do you have any other cool videos to share, Rod?
Yeah, I'm gonna give me 1 second, and I'll pull it up.
Any other questions in the meantime? While he's pulling that up, let me talk to you guys about the project. So you're still pulling it up, Rod, right?
Yeah.
I have advanced EFP. I want to get all my aspiring photographers in here. So here, this is a little shop talk while he's finding his video. Advanced EFP and electronic film production. Next week is our last week of class, okay? So next week I have a speaker that I'm going to invite all of you to, because you may remember him, Rod. He worked with us at Fox. Jeff Schlesser. He is you remember Jeff Schlesser? He worked in promotions. He's the news director now of a TV station in Tallahassee. And he actually hired one of our students who's working as a producer now. So that's going to be a Zoom next Wednesday, I believe, at 3 o'clock. So you'll get a Canvas Canvas invite on that. And, you know, all of these broadcast mentors, it's to your benefit to attend as many and, you know, collect as many emails and contacts as you can while I'm offering them, because they all lead to internships and jobs. It's up to you. Like Rod says, it's up to you. You know, you can just sit here and listen, or you can actually take Rod or Diane. We had Diane last week. We're going to have Amani Channel at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow we have a news director from Tallahassee. It's up to you guys to get their emails and just email them and say, hey, remember I was in your Zoom, HCC Zoom, and make that contact and develop relationships. Don't stalk any of these mentors, but like Diane Roberts said, irregularly email them and just say, you know, hey, remember me? Look at this video I just shot. What's your advice for my resume reel? I finally put my resume reel together. What do you think about this? So next week, all of our your videos are going to be due. I think on the course schedule for regular EFP, I said you guys can do a music video. I'm going to say you can do a music video or a video of your choice, because I want you guys to start working on your resume reels. So it's going to be a photo essay, PSA, or a music video that you guys can choose to do for your final project that will be due Friday of next week, okay? Because next week is the last week of summer class. And you have to use the wide, medium, and tight like we've been telling you all along. Advanced field production, you guys have 2 videos that we're not going to do the SNL, because I'm loading you guys up with broadcast mentors this week and next week. So you guys just have to turn in 2 more videos of your choice that you would want to put on your resume reel or your sizzle reel. Okay, because right now for advanced students, you guys really need to think about your sizzle reels. So shoot the video, take the lessons that you're learning from these broadcast mentors and turn it into a video that you can put on your resume reel. Okay, guys, so is everybody clear for the assignments to get your A in this class? I think pretty much everybody has an A if you guys have turned in all the videos in on time. Now you just got to finish up these last videos, and hopefully you're soaking in what these broadcast mentors, especially Rod, pick his brains for tips for these last 2 videos, because he's the master videographer in all this. Okay, so we got a beluga whale.
So last month we had a beluga birth.
Oh, is that the one that I saw on TV?
Yeah. So I didn't
let me
shoot
interrupt
all
you.
of this.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
So I was watching, was it Animal Channel?
Yeah, we have a show on Animal Planet.
Yeah.
It's called
Tell me
Aquarium.
the name of the show.
The Aquarium.
The Aquarium. That's a Georgia Aquarium, and Rod shooting the video. So if you guys go on Animal Planet and watch the reality show, The Aquarium, and it's Georgia Aquarium, a lot of the video is Rod's.
Some of the video is mine. They have their own team that comes in, but I help them out. I didn't shoot all of this. I shot some of it, mostly the underwater stuff. But yeah, so this, you know, I've witnessed 4 beluga births in my life. There's a handful of people who could say that. So, you know, there's sometimes video takes you places. Like she said, it's taken me all over the world. I've traveled. Before I had this job, I had a job that actually sent me to Europe every other week. So it was like, you know, video can take you a lot of places. You just have to be ready to ride. But this is just, you know, like some of the video of our beluga birth that happened last month.
Okay. I saw this on TV. Pretty cool, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Any questions about that one? You have to wait, because you can't just say, okay, she's gonna give birth. You have to sit there waiting forever.
So basically, no, not really.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe the first two births took forever, but this one, so basically you have different stages, and yellow means, you know, be prepared. Something may happen. She's showing signs of, you know, of labor. Orange means, okay, we can see something's happening. Everybody needs to be here. So, and when you hear orange, you come to work. And there's someone watching her 24/7. And red is the fluke is out. So when you saw the tail hanging out, that the fluke is out and it's happening. And so I would say it took about 4 hours, and then she was here. Her name is Shyla.
Right. I love how that it just comes out and it just looks like like when human babies come out, they're so like.
Yeah, I mean, I could show you the other part of it, but you know.
Oh. It just came out and it looked like a big dolphin and just.
Yeah, it just it's.
There was ugly part too.
Yeah, I mean, there's ugly parts too.
Like
I mean,
beluga after birth.
Yeah, there's a lot of beluga after birth.
Oh no.
The water
Okay,
just becomes cloudy and murky.
Do you guys have any questions about any other questions for Rod right now? No? Okay, I'm gonna put.
Yeah, I did my job. I answered everything.
We're gonna critique one more video, this PSA. Okay, I'm gonna put someone on blast. I like this PSA. Oh wait, was it this one? Yeah, I like this PSA that Jose did. And there was like tell me how you would, what you like, what you would do to improve it. Am I sharing the screen? Can you see it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Here I go again, being like the grandma on Zoom. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. And here we go. Okay, Jose, it's your video. You okay with this? You get a free critique.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is a PSA. I asked him to do a PSA and a photo essay in this class. You can see it? Okay, I like that. So hold on, let me make sure that this is stopped so I don't annoy everybody again.
Daily harvest, daily harvest, daily harvest, daily.
Stop. Okay, that's out, that's out. Okay, so Rod, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, it was good. I mean, you know, you told a story of what could happen if you don't, you know, take precautions and, you know, protect yourself from COVID-19. Like some of like the shot where he was drinking, I would have showed him actually drinking. You kind of cut him off a little bit. I would have, you know, maybe did that a little different, or chose a wider shot for that.
Not just the back of him, like the go around.
You know, just you kind of want to see what's happening. The coughing, I would have got maybe a tighter shot of his face and coughing and you know, showing a little bit more coughing and seeing how, you know, hard it is, you know, how he's struggling and stuff like that, to kind of bring you into it, to make you understand what this person's actually going through. You know, but you know, overall it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't see anything that stood out as, you know, like, oh my God, this is horrible. It was straightforward to the point. This is what happens if you don't protect yourself and protect people you care about.
And the thing is that it's okay to be bad now. Remember Rod said, he thought he was horrible in the beginning, but
Oh, no. I wasn't, I thought. I was.
So his advice is you just have to keep getting at it. And then he said he was horrible, and now he's shooting videos of beluga whales getting born and all different kinds of sharks.
Yeah.
So
You have to be willing to accept bad news. Because, you know, like for a long time, like I told you that story, for a long time, I absolutely hated that news director. And then I realized that he was pretty much a fork in the road for me, and he sent me on another path. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be right now.
So embrace your critiques. So what is your final advice for these students who are venturing off into the next generation of great photojournalists like you? What is your final words of advice to these guys?
I mean, I don't know, just follow what you see in your heart. Like, always make two things. Always do two things. You make one for you and you make one for your client. And make sure you're happy with what you make, and you know, and just do it, man. Just go out there and do it. You see something you want, just go grab it. You know, sometimes you do have to be cocky. Sometimes you do have to go, oh, that's my job. You know, that belongs to me. I'm going to get it. So, you know,
No fear.
But, you know, just still be humble, but, you know, be cocky, you know, with yourself. Like, I'm going to do this, but, you know, be humble, be nice, you know, and just get it done.
Any final questions, guys, before we sign off? Okay, everybody needs to get on screen so I can take a picture. Everybody has to smile. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Wait, I want to get everybody on here. Okay, if you can, Lewis, can you get on here?
Yeah.
And Brody, you don't have a camera, right?
I don't have a camera.
Okay. So everybody, wait, how do I do this so it's, oh my God. Here I go again. I'm being the grandma on Zoom. Grandma on Zoom. Okay. Everybody smile, including me. I got to make sure so I don't look funky on this. Okay, everybody smile. 3, 2, 1. Smile, Rod. Look straight into the camera. Okay. He's like rolling his eyes. Rod knows me so well. Okay, so let's give our broadcast mentor, Rod Finch, a big hand. For enlightening us, inspiring us. Can these guys email you? Now that I put you on the spot.
Yeah, you can email me.
So he's going to give you his email. You want to write it down, or we put it in the chat, or you guys all know how to get in the chat, right? Rod is going to put his email in the chat. So if you guys, this mentorship will continue. You can take advantage and have him as a mentor. Email him irregularly. Don't stalk him, but don't be shy. Like if you have a video, like Jose, if you have a video, or Brody, I'm going to apply for this job. This is the resume reel I put together. Do you think this is appropriate? That's what Rod is for, to give you some advice and mentor you. So there is his email right there. You guys see it, Rodman, RODMAN, @rodfinch.net, N-E-T. Okay? You guys are hooked up. You got another mentor, another broadcast mentor. Use it wisely. Send him a video that you did and say, hey, what do you think about this? Look at my resume reel. What do you think about this? Should I add something? I'm applying to this job, to this production company. They shoot a lot of video of cigar companies. Do you think this will work? I'm going to shoot this video of this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I want to make it shine because I don't like any of my projects at school. How can I make this better? Use Rod for contacts. You may say like, hey, I'm just going to move to Atlanta. Can I get an internship with you? Or do you know anybody in Atlanta who will give me an internship? There you go. I'm giving you a gift, you guys. Rod is a gift. He is well connected in not just Atlanta, which is a great city for broadcast, but all over the world, he's well connected. So don't stalk him, but use it. Email him irregularly to your advantage. Okay. Okay, guys, you got that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What did I say to Rod? Well, now you guys are like kids. What do you say to Rod?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same thing to me, so don't even. She treats me like, sometimes she treats me like her brother, sometimes she treats me like her child.
They're used to that too. Like they're like, I'm like their teacher and I say the broadcast mama. Okay, thank you everybody. I'm gonna just talk to Rod for a little bit, so I'll say goodbye. And thank you again for joining the Zoom. Check your Canvas. Next week is the last week, so get all your videos in by Friday next week. I'll send you a Canvas with the update. Electronic field production, it says on the course schedule, music video, but let's just make it a video of your choice. A PSA, a photo essay, or a music video using wide, medium, and tight, okay? And then my advanced students, kind of the same thing with you, something you want to put on your resume reel, okay? You guys got it? Okay, thanks, guys.
Right.
We can talk to Rod for a little bit.
Bye.
Bye. Nice meeting everybody.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
No problem.
That was good. See, that wasn't that bad.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be bad. I mean,
Yeah, but I just put you on the spot. I'm just like,
oh, you do that all the time though. What's different?
but it's just a casual talk. So
Yeah, it was fun.
thank you for
It was
doing that.
fun.
I am so impressed with all of that shark video. I mean, I knew you did underwater, but I didn't know you were like, when I actually see and hear you talking about it, I'm like, oh my God. So
Yeah, the shark thing was like, it got me by surprise because they were like, hey, we need you to get shark footage. And I was like, okay. So basically what I did was I found a guy who's like an expert shark and he taught me everything I needed to know.
So when you flew into would you fly into Chile or where did you fly into Galapagos?
Oh, where did we go?
You get to see the town? Just like
No, just the airport. I was just in there and out of there real quick.
that sucks. You didn't even see the area? Like you didn't see any?
No, we were on a liveaboard. So basically we were on the boat the entire time.
Oh, okay.
So once we flew in there, we
You just got it, like took a
yeah,
bus?
we got onto the boat and then we were on the boat for like a week.
You even know where you were? Where, like, do you know where was it Chile or was it, I wonder what country? You know,
I have to look at the thing.
you don't even know where you're going.
Do you know how, you have no idea. Like last year I was on a flight every other week I was on an airplane going somewhere.
You never post anything about that.
I'm not like big in social media.
Yeah, but you have like it's like Alex Gazio, like you have like all these amazing places you're going to and you don't.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were doing all that. I'm
Yeah.
still stuck in 2010 when you went to the Philippines. You've been to the Philippines more recently than I have.
I think I went to the Philippines 2014 or 15.
Okay, I thought it was like 2010.
No, I was like 14.
When did you leave Fox? Was that 2008 or 2000?
Yeah.
No, when did you leave News?
I left News in 2000. 2000. It was either 8 or 9.
Okay, so because I put on I guessed like that little bio that was just from my memory. And I'm like, okay, I know that he left in 2006 before when I was going crazy because I remember I brought Paul to your going away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was all gauged by Paul, and I'm like, I know when we visit him and when he was at the CBS affiliate in Miami, that's when Paul and I were together. But I couldn't remember. I think Ava was born, so I gauged everything with like. But Miami was your last one.
I remember.
That was in 2000.
I think you and Paul were. I think y'all were I think were y'all? No, you weren't married. But,
No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Nobody else is on. Like, let me unrecord this Zoom. Let me unrecord because if the school needs it, we're not gonna. Okay, let me. I just.